Are you ready? What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Week 10 picks for the Stephen Rose and Max Sports tournaments. Already Week 10. And of course, Halloween is now over, which means we now make the push towards Thanksgiving. And man, I tell you, when Thanksgiving gets here, that's how you know this season's pretty much done. Because after that, you got Christmas. And yeah, after Christmas, you have New Year's, and then what? Playoffs start after that? Yeah. I say this every year, but the season flies by quicker and quicker every year. And it continues to baffle me, right? You spend all spring and summer just wishing it was football season, right? And then it gets here and it goes poof, quick as hell. Like before you know it, it's freaking Halloween, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas. And then before you know it, it's the Super Bowl. Wow. I think it's going so fast because my team stinks and I just want it to end. All right, but yeah, enough of the shenanigans. Let's get on with my week 10 picks. Of course, as always, shout out to Stephen Rose and Max Sports for putting on these tournaments every year. All right, so where do I begin? Oh, yeah, of course, Thursday Night Football. Yeah. And this week, technically, it would be almost tomorrow because it is almost Wednesday. We got the 2-6 Raiders and the 7-2 Broncos in Denver. This is an easy one. Give me the freaking Broncos. I'm not wasting any time with that one. Raiders are trash. Yeah, give me Denver. All right, let me punch it in. Oh yeah. Yeah, easy pick. Denver favored by damn near 10 points at home, 9.5. And over under 42.5. Yeah, give me Denver. Although, if you're a Brock Bowers fantasy owner, like I am, you'd be excited. They traded away Jacoby Myers today. So be ready for more Brock Bowers. Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, the Broncos should have really no issue here against the Raiders unless they just let Bowers go off. Yeah, give me the Broncos at home. All right, moving on. We got a Berlin game. Ooh, yeah. 7-2 Colts, 3-5 Falcons. The Colts definitely made a big bang today by acquiring Sauce Gardner. That came out of nowhere. I don't think there was any rumors at all surrounding Sauce. Not a single rumor. And the Jets, they were filled with them. Quinnen Williams, who also got traded, Brees Hall, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald. There was even some rumors about freaking Garrett Wilson, which were thrown in the trash because they weren't going to trade him. If they traded Garrett Wilson, Jets fans would have stormed Florham Park and taken their brand new GM and they would have tied him to a light pole and put a tomato in his mouth and hung a sign that says, I am ass, I am trash at GM. I'm a horrible GM. No, simply put, they would have put a sign that says, I'm unemployed, I'm a bum. Because, yeah, you do that. Especially because, you got a good haul for those guys you traded. And they're in a good position to get a quarterback. Again. And the last thing you want to do is trade away one of the only good weapons you have on offense. Right? You want to make sure your rookie quarterback succeeds, right? Of course, the Browns need to take that memo, which they clearly didn't take that memo because they still have the same freaking receiving core as they had entering the deadline. Job, Andrew. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with Indy, technically at home. Indy favored by 6.5, total 48.5. Give me Danny Dimes. I almost said Derps. Nope. Give me Daniel Jones and the Colts at home. Or in with the home team. Yeah. Give me Indianapolis. All right. Yeah, total 48.5. By the way, for the Bronco game, give me Denver. Give me the over. For Indy, give me, well, obviously, Indy, favored by 6.5. And the total, over. Give me Indy and the over. Next, we have the Bears, who are 5-3. Actually made a trade today, too. Yeah, they traded for Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Bears fans be like, who in the blue hell is that? A depth pass rusher who barely played. Someone said he only had like 30 some snaps this year for us. I'm like, man, I barely saw that dude on the field. I mean, when you're on the D line, I mean, let's take a look at our D line. I mean, you can see he's fresh. He's got potential. He was good in Tampa. He just didn't really play here. That's the simple thing. He just never played here. He got like 30 some snaps through like, what was it, 8 games? He barely played. We have Myles Garrett, Alex Wright, won't recognize on the practice squad for the Browns. Caden won't recognize on the practice squad for the Browns. Caden Priscorn, tight end from, I believe, Ole Miss. Yeah, I actually somewhat recognize his name. Yeah, Joe Troyanka barely played, free agent. It was a decent signing. I mean, once again, it was another free agency period where, aside from Malik Collins, Andrew Berry really didn't try. You could tell those years where Andrew Berry is like serious about competing because he'll go out and sign some dudes. This year, I mean, he focused again on depth, which is cool, I guess. You know, he kept Myles Garrett around. He did sign Malik Collins, which was one hell of a get. That dude's been a monster for us. I mean, you ain't never see a freaking D tackle wreck the game like he does. My God. I've seen this dude literally hit freaking guards with like, get off me, move, shove him out of the way, like, get out of here. Weakling, scrub, lift, bum. You know. Oh man, but yeah, he's a game wrecker for sure. Oh man, but anyways, you know, they obviously lost Deo Odeyingbo for the year, so they needed somebody like a depth guy. It's not bad. I mean, technically, we did upgrade in picks. We traded JTS and a 7th for a 6th. So we jumped up. We essentially did a pick swap. Not gonna flip out over it. Oh, that's why I didn't make a video for it. Cause like, why? Why would I waste my time making a video for something like that? Like seriously, why would I waste my time? Got better things to do. Anyways, they faced the Giants, Bears and Giants in Chicago. Surprisingly, the Giants didn't do anything either. I mean, I was always told like they were going to trade for a receiver. You know, their fans on Twitter were talking about trading for Jalen Waddle or something, and they didn't do anything because why would you trade draft picks when your team is trash? It's like the Browns. You know, Adam Schefter decided to come out here all week. Even Mary Kay Cabot was like, "Oh, the Browns are going to be buyers." Why would you lie? Lie? Would you come out and lie about that? The Browns are going to be buyers. Generate clicks. People actually like. I can't believe they actually said that. When I did that video talking about that article, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, "Ain't no way these fools gonna buy, man. Come on now." I mean, they could do like what they did with Tyson Campbell, trade someone away and get a solid piece back. Why do it now? Like, do it in the offseason. That's all I'm going to say about Andrew Berry, though, right now. If he sticks around, which I'm sure he will, Andrew Berry better go balls to the freaking wall this offseason. With this receiving core we have, this better not be our receiving core heading into week 1 next year. Which I'm sure they're going to address the position in the draft. But man, we need to do something about that, man. My God. But yeah, give me the Bears over the Giants. So actually pretty good this year. I talked about it before, I think, in my video or whatever, you know, talking about the Bears pulling a Jets. Remember, Jets did to us a couple years ago, you know, in 2022 with Joe Flacco. Jets came back, beat us when it looked like we had the game won. Well, the Bungles tried that very same thing with Joe Flacco against the Bears, and they actually were about to pull it off. And then the Bungle defense completely, as they forgot how to tackle at the absolute worst time. I mean, Colston Loveland looked like he was going to be tackled, bounced off 2 defenders, or maybe like 1 defender, and went to the end zone and scored. Heartbreaking fashion. You hate to see it. As a Browns fan, you love to see it. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Bears over the Giants. The Giants are just so bad. But you know, they got their quarterback situation figured out now. Malik Neighbors is injured. Scadaboo's done for the year. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, just get us another top pick so we can get another good weapon or something. Yeah. Let's talk about them trading Evan Neal, which never materialized, shockingly enough. But I'm going to go Bears over the over the Giants. Bears favored by 3.5, total 48.5. Give me the Bears overall and give me the over. Next, we have another easy game to pick. Bills and Dolphins in Miami. Give me the Bills. They're favored by 9.5. Total 50.5. Give me the Bills. And I'm going to go with the over. Buffalo and the over. Okay. Buffalo and the over. There we go. Next, we have a game that's actually pretty enticing for bettors, I'm sure. You know, Ravens and Vikings, battle of the purple things, purple teams. Ravens are 3-5. Vikings are 4-4. Both teams got their starting quarterbacks back. Lamar versus JJ McCarthy. Mm. And Lamar, let's just say he made his return felt against the Dolphins. Damn near went for a Jackson 5. I mean, they were wreaking havoc all game against the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins stood really no chance. The only way the Dolphins would have won that game is if Lamar came back looking hella rusty. But the dude looked like he did before he got hurt. Couldn't stop him. Not to mention, every time I looked, because I didn't watch the game, every time I looked, the Dolphins turned the ball over. I would see a highlight on Twitter. Oh, Dolphins turned it over again. Gee, surprising? No. And yeah, Vikings, they were quiet like at the deadline. Now the Ravens, they actually made a move. Well, they made a couple moves, but I mean, remember they lost Metabike a few weeks earlier in the year. I think right after they played us, they lost Tim to a neck injury. That's a bummer. You know, it's a buzzkill injury. So what do? They go out and get Draymond Jones. Yeah, he's an edge rusher. He can play inside too, I think. So another guy that can get to the quarterback. It's exactly what they need. The Vikings, like I said, they were quiet. I mean, they just got JJ back. We'll see how they do. But I'm gonna go with the Ravens to win this game. I think it'll be very tightly contested. Baltimore is favored by 4.5, total 48.5. This game will come down to the final possession. You could see the Vikings covering too. Very easily. I could see them covering. But I'm going to go Ravens outright, and I'm going to go with the over. This could be a high scoring game. Give me Baltimore and the over. Okay, I'm locked in. Next, we got another doozy on hand here in Tampa Bay as the Patriots 7-2 overall, 4-0 on the road, face the Bucks who are 6-2 and 2-1 at home. Okay, I bet you if this was any other week, this game would have been a possibility for a primetime slot. Again, two teams that really didn't do much at the deadline. There was a lot of talk about the Patriots acquiring a running back. They didn't do that. And the Bucks, again, they were quiet. You know, Tampa Bay is favored by 2.5, total 48.5. This game could go either way. Drake May is looking like a dog out there. 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions against Baker Mayfield, right? I mean, this game, again, could go either way. Damn, man, this is tough. When in doubt, you go with the home team. Give me Baker and the Bucks to squeak out the win against the Patriots in a game that I could see even going to overtime. Yeah, give me the Bucks overall, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say slightly under. It'd be like in the mid 40s, even 50s. Who knows? This game could go way over. So yeah, give me the Bucks though, outright. Next, we have God, the 5-4 Panthers and the 1-8 Saints. Saints traded away Rashid Shaheed today. There was a lot of talk about maybe Chris Olave, but nothing materialized as we kind of expected. Nothing with Alante Taylor either. The Panthers, again, quiet, you know. And I'm actually going to go with the Panthers to win comfortably. And they're going to go to 6-4 on the year. Yeah, give me Carolina. Like, dude, the freaking Saints are ass. They're trash. They're down there with the Titans, the Jets, and the Giants and the Browns as the worst teams in the NFL right now. And they're even worse than in a worse situation than us and any other team. Because yeah, they got a rookie quarterback, but what else do they really have? Not much. Really have much. Panthers, they're in a good spot. You know, they actually got something going for them, which is nice. So give me the Panthers. They're favored by 5.5, total 39.5. Give me the Panthers outright. Give me the over. So give me Carolina. All right, next we got the final one. Well, the second to last 1 o'clock game of the week. 5-3 Jags, 3-5 Texans. Jaguars made a trade earlier today, getting Jakobi Meyers. Of course, Travis Hunter's out for a while, so they replaced him with Jakobi Meyers. And that's a good get for him. Not even gonna lie, it's a good get for him. The Texans, yeah, they're 3-5. They were quiet, as you'd expect. And this is gonna be another tough one. You know me, I gotta hate on the Jags. Sorry, UCF Jaguar, Jagganoff, and all the other Jags fans. I'm praying on your downfall heavy here. I gotta go with my dog, CJ Stroud, or whoever. Although if CJ doesn't play, I could see the Jags running away with this. But I gotta go CJ Stroud if he plays. But I'm gonna go Texans. Yeah, Texans at home. Give me Houston. And then, of course, you already know who I'm rolling with in our game. You know, gotta go Browns. Uh, Houston favored by 1.5, total 38.5. Houston overall and the over. Browns Jets. I called it the ass bowl in my preview video because that's what it is. Browns 2-6, 0-4 on the road for any competent offense with a good offensive line. If we can protect Dylan Gabriel, yeah, you'd get a lot of picks. But as they say, like for Myles Garrett, are those picks going to be a guy like Garrett Wilson? Oh no. You just don't know. But yeah, the Browns should win this game if they play serious ball, especially like if they do against like what they did against the Dolphins. The Browns should win this game. Fun fact, when I did the video today, at that time, the trade of Sauce had just happened, and they hadn't traded Quinnen yet. So they were still favorites. Then by the time the Quinnen trade happened, the Browns became favorites by 2.5. So it flipped. But yeah, I got to go Browns to win. They're going to get their first road win of the year. Jets are going to fall to 1-8 and 0-6 at home. This might be another ass beating for all I know. With the way our defense is, if Myles Garrett has his way again, this might be a whooping of epic proportions. Like look what Myles did to the Patriots. Imagine that to the Jets. You know how the Jets are. Justin Fields is probably going to throw 3 interceptions. If you've seen how we do against Justin Fields recently, mainly with the Bears, we have notoriously kicked his butt every time we play him. He still probably has nightmares of that 9-sack game when he first showed up to the NFL, when he was with the Bears. He probably still has nightmares of Myles Garrett living in the backfield every freaking play. Yeah, Browns should win this game. Yeah, they should win this game. They should. If they lose, they're done. Fire everybody. Straight up. Get rid of everybody. There's no way you should lose to the freaking Jets. Hell no. Only problem is it's on the road, and the Browns are ass on the road. But we'll see what happens. All right, moving on to the 4 o'clock games. We got the Cardinals and the Seahawks in Seattle. Jacoby Brissett, I believe, will be the starter for Arizona. going against Sam Darnold. And yeah, I'm going to go Seattle to win this game pretty easily, I think. I mean, they did trade for Rashid Shaheed today, so another weapon for Seattle. JSN is a dog, and it'll be weird if we see JSN against Denzel Burke. But I'm going to go Seattle outright. And the over-under is 6. No, the Seattle by 6.5. That's the spread. Over under 45.5. Give me Seattle and give me the total. I'm going to go over. So give me Seattle. I'm not saying Seattle's going to whoop them, but I still think Seattle wins to go to 7-2. Next, we have the Rams and the Niners in Santa Clara. Rams are 6-2, 3-1 on the road overall. Niners 6-3, 2-1, and they're beat up to hell and back. I don't know if they have enough firepower to beat the Rams, but they have McCaffrey. That's why I'm gonna say the Rams actually. I'm trying to think. Who won the first time between these two? I think it was the Niners. Yeah, the Niners absolutely escaped with their dignity in that first game against between these two. Rams gonna get the revenge. Yeah, give me the Rams to squeak out a victory on the road. They're favored by 3.5 on the road, total 50.5. Give me the Rams to squeak out the slimmest of victories. They're going to escape with by the hair on their butt, and yeah, they're going to go to 7-2 and 4-1 on the road. I just don't know if I can trust the Niners with how many injuries they have. Seems like every week is someone new is getting hurt. But give me the Rams. And then the final afternoon game of the day, the 5-3 Lions, 3-6 Commanders. Jaden Daniels had his arm turned in a completely different way against in the last game. Who'd they play? Seattle. Yeah, that's not good. Marcus Mariota against the Lions. Give me Detroit. Detroit favored by 8.5. Total 49.5. Give me the Lions and give me the over. Detroit football. And then Sunday night football. We got the Steelers and the Chargers in LA. Is it me or does it seem like whenever these two teams face off, it's always at night and it's always in LA? Justin Herbert against Aaron Rodgers. Oh wow, this is going to be a tough one, but I'm actually going to go with the Chargers to again escape with a big ass victory for them. I think they're going to do just enough to win this game. Yeah, give me the Chargers at home. They're favored by 2.5. Total 44.5. Yeah, give me the Chargers at home on Sunday night. And then Monday night, we got the Eagles, who definitely were active at the trade deadline. They went out and got Jalen Phillips. They got Michael Carter. What else did they do? We had Jair Alexander. That's right. And they're facing the Packers, who lost Tucker Kraft for the year. That's tough. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Birds to beat the Packers. And they're going to go to 7-2 overall. Green Bay is favored by 2.5. Total 44.5. Give me the Birds to beat the Packers. Monday night football. There we go. So those are my picks. Vucevic hit an insane game winner on the Sixers. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Wow. All right. Okay. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I will see you all technically tonight for Cavs and Sixers. Speaking of which, the Sixers on the back end of a back-to-back. That should be fun. And there's Stefanski, of course. But yeah, shout out to Rays, shout out to Karam, shout out to Fox and Daniel. And I'll see you guys tonight, technically, for Cavs and Sixers. Should be a fun one. Possibly seeing Darius Garland make his season debut. Can't wait for that. So with that being said, a step back three. Ooh, that's sick. By the way, I don't know if I said it. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Yeah, give me the Eagles and give me the over 44.5. So that's it for that. With that being said, once again, shout out to Stephen Rose and Max Sports for putting on these tournaments every year. What's up, not JT? And shout out to everybody who watched. And see you guys tomorrow or tonight, depending on when you're watching this. Let's go Browns. Let's go Cavs. Of course, let's go Buckeyes, Blue Jackets. You know the deal. I'm Crazy Dog. See you guys tomorrow or tonight. Go Browns. And I'm out. Bye bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's lit. Oh, yeah.